top story, which we are in fact tracking here on 6 p.m. Prime. The war of words and the politics on coronavirus handling of the Uddhav Thackeray government is unending. The politics continues despite rising number of cases in Maharashtra. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut has hit out at the BJP for demanding governor's rule in the state. In a tweet, Sanjay Raut called for immediate quarantine of opponents and said their attempt to destabilize Maharashtra government will fail. This comes after senior BJP leader and Rajya Sabha MP Narayan Rane met Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari yesterday and demanded president's rule in the state. Meanwhile, sources have revealed that the discord has always been brewing within the Mahaghadi government. There were reports of disagreements in the cabinet regarding the lockdown measures. MLAs have also complained of Chief Minister being not accessible at all times. However, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has refuted any rift in the alliance. In a statement to India Today, Sharad Pawar said he met Chief Minister yesterday to discuss the COVID-19 situation, and his meeting the governor was nothing to do with politics but was just a mere courtesy call.
राष्ट्रपति राजवट का सपना मत देखिए। अगर कोई देखता है ना तो वापस वो जग नहीं जाएगा और सपने में ही रहेगा। राष्ट्रपति राजवट की अगर बात कोई करता है तो सबसे फिट केस है तो गुजरात स्टेट है। अब देखिए, अहमदाबाद के हाईकोर्ट ने, गुजरात के हाईकोर्ट ने वहाँ के तैयारी के बारे में क्या स्ट्रिक्चर पास किया है वो देख लीजिए।
सध्या महाराष्ट्राची कोरोना संबंधीची परिस्थिती जी आहे दिवसेंदिवस गंभीर होत चाललेली आहे। रुग्ण वाढतायत, मृत्यू वाढतायत। माननीय राज्यपालांनी या गोष्टीकडे गांभीर्याने पाहावं आणि महाराष्ट्र किंवा मुंबईत होणारे मृत्यू थांबवावेत या दृष्टीने प्रयत्न करावेत। महानगरपालिका आणि राज्य शासनाची हॉस्पिटल आहे ती लष्कराच्या ताब्यात द्यावी, तरच काय परिस्थिती सुधारू शकते असं मला वाटतं। या सरकारची कोरोनाशी सामना करायची क्षमता नसल्याने या सरकारला आता नारळ द्यावा आणि राष्ट्रपती राजवट आणावी।
The people are feeling so bad and suffering like anything. Initially, Mumbai was accounting for 10% of corona-affected people of India. Then it went to 20%. Now it is 30%. And I'm afraid after 1 month, Mumbai will account 50% of corona-positive people of India. It is a miserable failure of the Thackeray government. In hospitals, there are no places, house full, quarantine center, people feel like jail, ambulance doesn't come for 10, 20 hours. And that's why the people of Mumbai are concerned and worried. That is the actual issue.
Meanwhile, Congress President Rahul Gandhi, addressing a press conference today, in fact, added fuel to this fire of discord between the alliance partners when he said that Congress is merely supporting the government, is not the driver as far as the decision-making process is concerned. Listen in.
We are supporting the government in Maharashtra, but we are not the key decision maker in Maharashtra. We are the key decision maker in Punjab. We are the key decision maker in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan, in Pondicherry. So there is a difference between running a government and supporting a government. And Maharashtra is one of the most important assets, frankly, that India has. It is the center of business. So it requires full support from the government of India. I fully understand that Maharashtra is fighting a very difficult battle, and I appreciate that fact. And so are many other states. And it is important that full support of the government of India goes to the people of Maharashtra and the government of Maharashtra.
Sahil Joshi, Mumbai Bureau Chief, joining us with all the details on the twists and turns of the political drama which is taking place in Maharashtra. Sahil, at a time when Mumbai is very precarily placed as far as the number of cases are concerned, absolutely overburdened medical facilities, the government in fact stretched to its limit, and the rising number of cases are putting Mumbai among the worst hotspots across the globe. At this point of time, one would have expected the political class to stand united rather than trying to take pot shots at each other.
Absolutely, and this is, you know, every particular issue is getting politicized at this point of time, and this is not happening in last 1 week. We are seeing this since the time of Palghar incidents in Maharashtra, when the Palghar mob lynching happened. Suddenly, after 3 days, people tried to give it a communal color. Even at the time when people gathered outside the Bandra station, the similar color was trying to be given, and now. Obviously, after 2 months, the new issue has cropped up, and the BJP's member of parliament and former chief minister Narayan Rane is saying that this government, the governor rule should be applied in Maharashtra, whereas Devendra Fadnavis had said it very categorically that they are not in a hurry to form the government in Maharashtra, even though one can easily see the political overturns within the Maharashtra at this point of time. The BJP has upped its ante. The BJP on one hand is telling everyone that this is not a time to play politics, but the BJP has made it very clear to raise the issue of people and to ask questions to the government is not playing politics. If it is playing politics, then be it playing politics. Whereas the state government is continuously saying that the situation Maharashtra is in at this point of time is accepted because of its enormity of the situation. Basically, a city like Mumbai, where the population is quite dense, the areas are quite dense, and that is the reason why the numbers are on rise at this point of time. But they are taking every precautions. But Sahil, it doesn't look like that it is going to die down. Yes,
This is something that today in the press conference of the Ministry of Health, they in fact also said that because of the density of population in Mumbai, the situation is very grim, right, though steering clear from the question on community transmission, particularly in the case of Mumbai. But Sahil, stay on with me. Sahil Joshi got us exclusive details of the meeting that took place between Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, two important constituents, Shiv Sena, NCP, and their supremos meeting. Let's just very quickly tell you what happened in this meeting. Exclusive details here on India Today. In fact, Sharad Pawar asked Uddhav Thackeray to open communication lines with the MLAs, because MLAs, and specifically from NCP and Congress, have been complaining that the Chief Minister is not very accessible to them. Apart from that, there are some disagreements in the cabinet regarding the lifting of the lockdown. So the NCP side on how the farmers, the economy is suffering, and what possibly should be done to further ease the restrictions in the lockdown. Sharad Pawar also put forward the position of the party, whereas Uddhav Thackeray is very, very clear. The situation right now is grim, specifically in Mumbai, in Pune, and they would not want to risk at this point of time another explosion. Already the cases increasing in Maharashtra. Now, there is also many NCP ministers who want the lockdown curbs to be eased. They are seeing it in other states, and they believe that Maharashtra is hurting economically more at this moment. Uddhav Thackeray is also of the view that easing of the curbs could be disastrous. The ministers have highlighted economic implications. Also, what we are being told is that it was highlighted, Sahil, and let me bring in Sahil back. Sahil, it was also highlighted that possibly the MLAs also have a grouse that the Chief Minister is relying more on the bureaucrats rather than the ministers of the constituents at very crucial juncture, Sahil. Do you see a serious threat to the government, to the stability of the government, or was it just a senior Thackeray, senior Pawar bringing his experience, administrative experience, sharing it with Uddhav Thackeray, who is at the helm of affairs for the first time?
You know, there is no doubt that Sharad Pawar is a patriarch of this particular government, because he's the one who had a key role in forming the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, and without him, this government wouldn't have been formed. But yes, there are certain grievances which normally happens when the three parties of different nature are coming together and forming the government, especially Shiv Sena, which had never had any kind of alliance with NCP or, for that matter, Congress in last 25 odd years. So obviously, there are certain issues, and the kind of issues the state is facing due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Every MLA has certain things in mind, and they have certain issues with the Chief Minister not being accessible to them whenever they want. In fact, when I spoke to Mr. Pawar made it very clear that the things are being blown out of proportion. What Pawar actually told me is that he just shared the inputs he got from various quarters of the life, various people from the society. He shared it with the chief minister. He shared his experience, and the chief minister decided, okay, as per what Pawar has told him, he will think about a lot of things. He also accepted Uddhav Thackeray's position on the lockdown, saying that, of course, looking at the situation in Maharashtra, it's a bit difficult at this point of time to ease out the lockdown. But definitely, yes, in a phase-wise manner, maybe in the month of June, the government may be thinking of easing out of lockdown in places like Mumbai and Pune. So it's a very tricky situation the Maharashtra is facing. Of course, there is a large chunk of BJP which is clearly playing opposition politics, and as opposition parties, they have all rights to raise certain questions about the government, and that is a major challenge at this point of time in front of Uddhav Thackeray.
Well, one thing is very clear. If BJP makes it an issue to suspend the government, then they are going to have problems in states like Gujarat and other states where the BJP government is also struggling. So that possibly can be ruled out at this point of time. And why would the BJP want to take over at a time when there is complete chaos which runs in Maharashtra as far as the rising number of COVID cases are concerned? Sahil Joshi keeping a close eye on the political developments. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Now, let me pull it back from politics to ground realities in Maharashtra. As we told you yesterday, the cases are rising in the state of Maharashtra, and Mumbai is bearing the larger burnt as far as these cases are concerned. Almost touching 30,000 cases, now Mumbai alone. Now, if you look at the facilities, the government facilities are completely stretched. Hospitals, private hospitals have been overtaken. Several buildings now, private buildings, sporting buildings, stadiums are now being converted into isolation quarantine centers for the increasing number of patients which are being reported in the state of Maharashtra. Latest, in fact, in this is the very iconic and historical St. Xavier's College, which has now been converted into an isolation zone. The facility will be open in view of the rising number of cases. My colleague Tanushri Pandey went inside this very iconic college. A lot of nostalgia, and once again, standing with the government in the time of crisis. Take a look.
The iconic St. Xavier's College in Mumbai has now joined the list of newly converted quarantine facilities. The 151-year-old college has been repurposed to continue serving society, albeit in newer ways possible. The college hall, familiar to millions around the world because of the films that have been shot here, now houses 180 temporary beds made out of cardboard.
This quarantine center is being made only for the close contacts of COVID-19 positive patients in the city, so that the hospitals and the new facilities which are being built up by the state and the BMC, those are not overburdened. And also we have been told that the canteen foyer has also been turned into a quarantine center. Areas surrounding this college has been cordoned off.
Space in Mumbai has always been a luxury. And now, as coronavirus overtakes the city, it is required even more. And city hospitals, already overburdened, cannot provide the quarantine facilities to accommodate COVID suspects. So not just the St. Xavier's College, there are other institutions which have been co-opted to fight the virus. The National Sports Club of India has been turned into a 600-bed isolation facility cum research and diagnostic center. A team of 20 doctors are monitoring more than 300 asymptomatic patients around the clock, but through an e-remote mass surveillance.
We call this the war room, and if you look around, these are our warriors who are working day and night here. Okay, we have cameras. You see the number of patients and the huge facility that this is, the number of beds, and everything is open up so that the cameras can have a look. Even generally, we know what's happening. Also, if there is a problem, we can zoom in on one person and actually monitor that person. So you can on phone immediately direct a nurse who's there or a doctor who's there to go to that particular bed, rush in with oxygen, because oxygen is the thing that is saving millions of lives today. If you look at this picture here, this is a contactless clinic. So what happens is our doctors are sitting beyond this in air-conditioned rooms with filters which keep them safe and there's a screen across which these patients line up every day for examinations. Right. So the patients are taught to take their own pulse oximeter readings, their blood pressure, their temperature, and a proper dialogue is established through a EPBX system or a telephone, where the patient comes out, then they're counseled.
Not just asymptomatic patients, NSCI also caters to those whose swab tests have come negative but are carriers of the virus. And this is being done inside a mobile bus.
This is a simple X-ray machine. Right. The only difference between this and a normal X-ray machine is that whatever images are taken out over here, the patient stands here, the images go straight onto a cloud through the internet, and then from the cloud, artificial intelligence is used to grade the X-rays into high, medium and low scores. Right. This artificial intelligence score is based on X-rays taken in America, in Italy, in China and various other things. So once you have a high level score, more or less the chances are around the 4th to 8th day that if someone has COVID, you will pick up signs on X-ray. Right. So you don't even have to go into a CT scan. The CT scans are expensive, it's difficult to sanitize. Once we do this, then these X-rays, we can get live images like on the X-ray and computer here. And then if we think the patient is positive, we immediately subject him to a swab out over here.
With hard-pressed hospitals and shortage of healthcare workers, it is felt that Mumbai needs not just more hospitals, but technologically advanced facilities. This report, filed by Tanushri Pandey and Prashant Bhatt in Mumbai for India Today TV.